Hello students, welcome in Department of Nanoscience and Nanotechnology SYBSc paper second class. This is our second lecture. In last lecture we have been discussed about mechanical properties. In that lecture we have been seen the first property, that is hardness. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss about mechanical property second, that is tribology. The term tribology emerged in the 1960s and is defined as the science of rubbing, from Greek translation. Tribology is the engineering science of moving interacting surfaces. The science covers friction, wear and lubrication for interacting machine elements. It has been related to human invention since ancient history, from the creation of wheels to inclusion of liquids while building pyramids to avoid friction. Throughout time, beside Da Vinci, who established the first model of friction, many scientists contributed in the establishment this science area. In modern industry, tribology has significant importance since it is responsible for reliability, performance and durability of moving machine components in all machinery domains. There are three components in tribology science: friction, wear and lubrication. Friction is the phenomena of motion opposition. In reality, it is considered that any moving elements endure friction response. Also, friction causes undesirable effects and enormous losses in industry. Thus, friction is fundamental to comprehend tribology mechanisms, causes and results. Wear. Wear is the degradation of material surfaces and it is common damage mode for machine elements. It is defective system response caused by different factors. Meanwhile, lubrication is the most common techniques applied to avoid friction and wear effects, and it is applied in all forms of modern design. However, the understanding of tribology behavior of interacting surfaces requires knowledge of several sciences including chemistry, fluid and solid mechanics, and applied mathematics. The study of tribology is crucial for numerous components in modern design, especially with bearings and gear applications. A bearing is a machine element that constrains relative motion and reduces friction between moving parts to only the desired motion. Bearings enhance the functionality of machinery and help to save energy, and they are essential for the stable operation of machinery and for ensuring its top performance. Because of their wide use and their relation to shafts, bearings are standardized parts, while gears are one of the most important machine elements and are widely used especially in power transmission machinery and applications. Now see the first component of tribology, that is friction. Friction is a component of tribology science defined as the resistance force opposing relative motion between solid surfaces sliding or rolling against each other. It is the origin of energy loss and wear of moving contact surfaces of machine elements. There are two principal types of friction: dry friction, which exists between two dry surfaces in contact with each other, and fluid friction, where fluid is present between two surfaces in relative motion. Friction is a response and it is always opposing the motion direction. Hence, the force required to keep the relative motion of a body is kinetic force, while static force is the force required to initiate motion. Now, sliding friction. When two machine elements are sliding against each other, sliding obeys two rules. The first states that the friction force is directly proportional to the normal load W as follows, that is F is equal to mu into W. Depending on motion presence, mu can be expressed as a coefficient of kinetic friction mu k or a coefficient of static friction mu s. While the second rule states that the friction is independent of contact area. Generally, the coefficient of kinetic friction is independent of sliding velocity with some exceptions. Now, adhesion. One of the most common phenomena responsible for friction is adhesion. Adhesive bonds are generated either by chemical or physical interaction of the bordering asperities. Hence, an additional force is needed to shear the contact generated. In fact, adhesion increases the real area of contact between surfaces, and the real area of contact can be evaluated as AR is equal to AP in bracket 1 plus alpha into F by W bracket square whole bracket complete raised to half, where AP is the area for plastic contact, W is normal load, F is tangential load, and alpha is factor. This factor is equal to 9 for metals. Therefore, friction force depends on bulk shear strength, and the following equations are valid. That is, for dry contact, FA is equal to AR into tau A, and mu A is equal to tau A divided by PR. For contact with partial liquid film, FA is equal to AR into the bracket alpha tau A plus 1 minus alpha into tau L bracket close. For plastic contact, mu A is equal to tau A divided by H, where Fa is adhesion friction force, tau A is average shear strength of dry surface, tau L is shear strength of lubricant film, alpha is friction of unlubricated area, PR is real mean pressure, and H is hardness of the weakest material. Next is ploughing and deformation. Ploughing is a process of grooves generation resulting from penetration of asperities on the higher hardness surfaces into a less hard surface in the other body. It is initiated either by asperities or hard wear particles in the contact area. Next is rolling friction. Rolling friction happens when a body of a near perfect shape is rolled over the surface of another body. It usually requires surfaces with low roughness. Rolling friction is usually small compared to sliding friction. Rolling friction is considered as a combination of slip, rolling, and spinning, where slip is the major factor responsible of friction generation. However, adhesion in rolling is characterized by limited micro contacts in a micro slip area. Therefore, adhesive bonds are not likely to form, and if they exist, the rupture of the contact will be in tension and not in shear. So, the main factor responsible for friction is deformation, with the exception of some cases. Rolling can be classified as free or tractive. Rolling is considered free when no tangential or sliding can occur. The coefficient of free rolling friction can be obtained depending on the geometry of rolling body. As example, for cylinder, mu r is equal to 2 alpha a divided by 3 pi r. For a sphere, mu r is equal to 3 alpha a divided by 16r, where r is radius of cylinder or sphere, a is half width of contact, and alpha is hysteresis loss factor. Tractive rolling is rolling in presence of slip and friction force. Thus, the coefficient of friction resulting from slip phenomena can be calculated as mu r is equal to Vs divided by Vr into mu k, where Vs is slip velocity, Vr is rolling velocity, and mu k is coefficient of sliding kinetic friction. Also, for some machine elements such as wheels or variable speed gears, it is practical to use the following equation to estimate rolling friction coefficient. That is, mu r is equal to P dash divided by V into W, where W is normal load, P dash is rate of energy dissipation, and V is distance traveled. Next is liquid contact friction. The presence of any kind of liquid film between contacting machine elements alters the nature of the friction force. Actually, the total friction force becomes the sum of intrinsic friction and the stiction force rising from meniscus and viscous influence. Thus, the total friction force F can be estimated as F is equal to mu r in bracket W plus Fm bracket close plus Fv, where mu r is coefficient of friction in meniscus absence, Fm is meniscus force in normal direction, Fv is viscous force in sliding direction. Next is friction and materials. Friction depends on the nature of materials in contact and also on their mode of preparation and forming, as well as factors such as operating environment. In addition, the presence of natural films or surface preparation have a direct effect on the friction coefficient values. So this is the first component of tribology, that is friction. In our next lecture, we are going to discuss about second and third component of tribology, that is wear and lubrication. Thank you so much.